7 weird funeral traditions that still exist. Have you ever wondered how people say goodbye to their loved ones around the world? For many of us, funerals are quiet ceremonies filled with flowers, prayers, and tears. But in other cultures, saying farewell can look very different. Some families dance, some celebrate with music, some even take their ancestors out of their graves years after they have passed away. These traditions may seem unusual at first, yet behind each one is a story of love, respect, and beliefs that have been passed down for generations. Today, we'll explore 7 fascinating funeral traditions that are still practiced in different parts of the world. Let's begin. 1. Sky Burial, Tibet. Imagine standing high in the mountains of Tibet. The air is cold, the sky stretches endlessly above you. Here, many Tibetan Buddhists believe that the human body is only a temporary home for the soul. When life ends, the spirit moves on. The body no longer belongs to the person. Instead of burying or cremating the body, trained monks prepare it as an offering to vultures. The birds carry the body's remains back into nature. To outsiders, this may seem shocking, but for Tibetan Buddhists, it is considered an act of compassion. The final gift a person gives is food for another living creature. This tradition also reflects the harsh environment of the Himalayas. The frozen ground is difficult to dig. Trees for cremation are scarce. Over hundreds of years, sky burial became both practical and deeply spiritual. It reminds people that life and death are part of the same natural cycle. The birds carry the 2. Hanging Coffins, Philippines. In the mountains of northern Philippines, visitors sometimes notice something unexpected: wooden coffins hanging high on steep cliffs. These are not decorations, they are real burial places. For hundreds of years, some members of the Igorot people have placed their loved ones above the ground instead of beneath it. Families believe that resting higher brings the deceased closer to the spirits and the heavens. Another reason is protection. High above the ground, the coffins are safer from floods, wild animals, and other natural dangers. Many elderly people even prepare their own coffins while they are still alive. When they pass away, relatives carefully carry the coffin up the cliffs using ropes and wooden ladders. Today, fewer people continue this practice. However, some communities still preserve it as an important part of their cultural heritage. 3. Fantasy Coffins, Ghana. In Ghana, funerals are often colorful celebrations of life. One tradition that surprises many visitors is the use of fantasy coffins. These coffins are carefully handcrafted into amazing shapes. A fisherman may rest inside a giant fish. A pilot may be buried in an airplane-shaped coffin. A teacher might choose a giant book. Some families even select designs that represent dreams the person had during life. Building one of these coffins can take several weeks. Skilled artists paint every detail by hand. For the family, the coffin tells a story. It celebrates the person's identity rather than focusing only on death. Instead of saying goodbye with sadness alone, families honor a life that was fully lived. 4. Famadihana, Madagascar. On the island of Madagascar, death is not always considered the final goodbye. Every few years, many Malagasy families gather for a special ceremony called Famadihana, also known as the turning of the bones. During this tradition, relatives carefully open the family tomb. The remains of their ancestors are gently wrapped in fresh silk cloth. Family members carry them with great respect, while traditional music fills the air. People dance together, laugh, and share stories about those who have passed away. To many visitors, this may seem surprising, but for the Malagasy people, it is a joyful reunion rather than a sad occasion. They believe that ancestors continue to watch over the family. By remembering them with love and celebration, the bond between generations remains strong. The ceremony reminds everyone that family connections never truly disappear. Even after death, love continues. 5. Jazz Funerals, New Orleans, USA. In the city of New Orleans, Louisiana, funerals often sound very different. Instead of complete silence, the streets may be filled with the powerful sound of jazz music. This tradition began more than a century ago and reflects the city's rich African-American heritage. The funeral procession usually starts with slow, emotional songs. The music expresses grief and allows family and friends to mourn together. But after the burial, something changes. The musicians begin playing joyful, energetic jazz. People clap, dance, and celebrate the life of the person who has passed away. The message is simple. Death is painful, but life is also something worth celebrating. For many families, this tradition helps transform sadness into gratitude for the memories shared together. 6. Manin, Indonesia. Deep in the mountains of South Sulawesi, Indonesia, the Toraja people practice one of the world's most unique funeral traditions. Every few years, families perform a ceremony called Manin. During this event, the bodies of deceased relatives are carefully brought out of their tombs. Family members gently clean them. They replace old clothing with new outfits. Some even place sunglasses, hats, or favorite belongings beside their loved ones. Photos are taken together as if the family were reunited once again. To outsiders, this may seem difficult to understand. However, the Toraja people see death differently. For them, family relationships continue beyond physical life. The ceremony is a way to show love, respect, and gratitude to those who came before them. It keeps memories alive for younger generations. 7. Living funeral, South Korea. Imagine attending your own funeral while you are still alive. In South Korea, some people choose to experience exactly that. This unusual event is known as a living funeral. Participants dress in traditional funeral clothing and write farewell letters to their families. They reflect on their regrets, their dreams, and the people they love. After saying their goodbyes, they lie inside a wooden coffin. The lid is slowly closed. For several minutes, they remain in complete darkness and silence. Although it may sound frightening, the purpose is not to celebrate death. Instead, it is to remind people how precious life truly is. Many participants say the experience changes the way they live. Some decide to forgive old conflicts. Others spend more time with their families or finally follow dreams they had ignored for years. By symbolically facing death, they discover a new appreciation for life. Sometimes, the greatest lesson about living comes from imagining the end. At first glance, these funeral traditions may seem unusual. Some involve music, others involve dancing. Some even bring families together with their ancestors years after death. But despite their differences, they all share one powerful message. Every culture has its own way of expressing love, respect, and remembrance. What may appear strange to one person can be deeply meaningful to another. By learning about these traditions, we gain a greater understanding of the many ways people honor those they have lost. Which of these funeral traditions surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed exploring cultures from around the world, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to East and West Shared Stories, and join us again for another fascinating journey into the traditions that make our world so unique. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.